And we discussed, but one issue is you said aging society will be coming, and especially like me, baby boomer will getting older. And issue will going to be, for my aspect, okay, issue will going to be 10 years later. If those people, baby boomer, will get into 80s. At that time, we're going to have lots of problems. Who's going to take care of them, including, just you said, loneliness? Maybe 10 years ago, not now. Okay, this is one aspect my concern. And the other aspect is you mentioned globalization. And actually, Japan is trying to make investment overseas, but not so much. One recent example is Mr. Gon's issue. He just got problem with Nissan. And Japanese people current problem is they do not well communicate with overseas people. This is a big issue. I just really again recognize the kind of issue. So it means if we try to make investment overseas, for example, IT company at Silicon Valley, and they try to find out any joint venture, capital fund to make investment, they cannot find that good connection with those organization institute. The same thing happened in China. If you're going to make investment in China, Japanese people, they do not have good connection with Chinese people, trustful Chinese people, because they are Japanese they don't have a human network like just gone issue. They had journalists discussing a lot about his problems, but Japanese are Japanese, but over Westerners. And discussion issues is very different from each other. This means they do not have to communicate each other. It means in the future, Japanese try to make globalization, but problem is they are very shortage of the trustful relationship. It's my second issue. And so it means the third issue is okay, and just you said, we are now extend to the world, rest of the world, to doing business because of the unemployment will going to be increasing in Japan, caused by AI. In this case, how are we going to find the jobs for the unemployed people in Japan? And this is actually second issue that I mentioned. We have lots of problems to how to communicate overseas people. For example, last Saturday I mentioned one medical company. They have 70 million US dollar sales in Japan. And if they can communicate with the rest of the world companies, they can increase their sales is 10 times more, 700 million. But they cannot find out suitable wholesalers outside Japan. Any kind of Japanese small, medium company is the same. Large companies, Sony, like a Takeda or Uniqlo, kind of large companies, they do not have any problem with sort of globalization. But many companies, they have lots of difficulty how to make investment, how to sell their skills, technology. But the other aspect, turnaround aspect, it means Japanese, almost all Japanese companies never go outside, right? So it means they have their own skill or know-how, technology, which they don't sell outside Japan. It means they have a lot of opportunity to sell their kind of, you just said, environmentalism or garbage or public transport or sort of our asset. Now, from now on, we can sell outside Japan. So, and also, just you mentioned Japanese collectivism. Japanese collectivism is a good aspect to communicate with outside people. If they can speak English, try to communicate with outside people, and also need to consider multicultural aspect, skill. Japanese people so far especially after World War II, they never take care of non-Japanese people, how to communicate with those people. How, so like NHK, Nikkei newspapers, they don't so much care about outside Japan. So we were going to develop something to doing the globalized people, global people. This is our big issue. Consider next 5 years, 10 years. So this is today I want to discuss about those aspects, right? So how do you think?
Well, first about globalization. What do you think is the role of modern day Mitsubishi Trading and other big trading companies?
Okay, yes,
They could play a role.
yes. They okay? Trading corporation, trading companies like Mitsui, Mitsubishi, Itochu, they are doing very well, selling outside Japan. They did. It's kind of this good aspect, but this is not enough. They just focus on exporting or importing, but they never consider for the aspect of how to create a job in Japan. This is my concern. Okay, now we need to focus on how to create a job, how to dig into our unique skill and know-how. This is, I think, we have a lot in Japan, but especially medium small company they have. And trade company, they just so far they much more focused on how to get money, how to get profit. But this is now we need to change the aspect how to create a job in Japan. This is our next decade concern. Different aspect, okay. For example, just I told you, trading corporation never touched to like a Kokando how to sell their medical product overseas. They never consider for that. And also the like Fujitsu, they try to export the agriculture business using AI technology to Vietnam. This kind of technology just it in only in Vietnam. If they try to sell the rest of the world, like Malaysia, like Africa or Europe, I think they were going to have lots of opportunity, but they do not. So this is different aspect, okay. But we were going to switch into those areas. So we need to consider for kind of trading corporation aspect. Uh, they are looking for the profitable business in the world, and now they're adding on. They're going to looking for the how to create job in Japan, introducing their skill know-how to the world. This is my aspect.
Uh, if we put the aspect of job loss as a result of AI, at the
Yeah,
same
yeah,
time,
yeah. This is
we,
my opinion.
or at the
Currently,
same time, we,
almost like any kind of business, middle size, small size business. This is, I think, Mitsubishi Marubeni, like Mitsui Trading Corporation, they just only focus on the big company and also the big business, like minerals and how to dealing like oil or energy oriented or automobile. But my concern is not kind of product. My concern is Japanese. We own our skill and know-how a lot in Japan because they so for middle small company they never communicate with the rest of world people. We have a lot of things. This is our advantage. For example, AI, GAFA, like IT Titan, they are doing uh, they are developing a lot of system framework and employed a million people develop system using their uh, affluent money. And if you're going to ask them, okay, they can do anything, any kind of system they can do, they can develop. But but our advantage is okay. Even if they can develop system for the real estate company or many kind of retail company or like a sort of any kind of company, But we Japanese people can value added for our own skill, our know-how, because this is because we don't communicate with overseas people, like just medical company I explained for you, and we have lots of sanct opportunity we have. So we try to dig in those kind of skills to how to bridge into the rest of the world people. So maybe using a kind of trading cooperation is a good opportunity for them to find our job creation. This is my aspect.